I am Madam Gracious Kanzini from Educare TZ. Welcome here in our media for discussion. My student, we are going to run on our chemistry subject, and our main deal is making the revision of the different questions. And we are going to deal with our topic, which is about compounds of metal, part 2. So today, my students, we are making the continuation of those revision exercises which are in multiple format. And today we are going to discuss the question number 3, question number 4, 5, and 6. So here, my student, you can see that the question number 3 states that which equation shows the direct method of preparing the metal chloride? Mean that you are given the series or the alternatives of the different equations. For instance, you have the equation A, B, C, and D. So in these equations, you are required to choose one which show or which confirm that this equation it explain or it demonstrates that it involves the direct method of preparing the chloride compound. So now you can see that our first equation, which is A, we are given the sodium hydroxide plus HCl, which is equal to sodium chloride and water. And the question, in question B, we are given the zinc metal plus HCl. We are going to have the zinc chloride as well as hydrogen gas. And C, we are given the iron, which is solid metal plus chlorine gas. Chlorine gas, we are going to have the iron 3 chloride. And D, we are given the silver nitrate plus sodium chloride. We are going to have the silver chloride and the sodium nitrate. So through these given equations, you have to refer toward those types of reaction. So you can refer to those types of reaction is where you can able to see or you can able to identify maybe the certain reaction it may involve direct combination to form the chloride compound, kwa sababu ili kuweza kutengeneza the chloride compound or to form the chloride compound there is a lot of methods which are employed. Tuna double decomposition, kuna neutralization reaction, there is the direct combination reaction, but also there is some of the reaction which tend to use the evaporation means. So you can see that this equation here or this reaction here, they are made of those types of reaction we have already studied. So you can see that, for instance, this one, sodium hydroxide and HCl, this is neutralization reaction. Lakini sasa wewe unatakiwa uangalie kulingana na swali lako. Swali amekuambia which equation show the direct method of preparing the metal chloride. So between the given one, you have to choose only one ambayo ina confirm the preparation of the metal chloride by using the direct means or direct method. So here our answer between this alternative is C. Why C? I will explain it for you. So simply, C is the equation which shows the reaction between the iron metal plus chlorine. Chlorine ameact kama diatomic. As you see here, this is the gas. We are going to have the iron 3 chloride. My student, once you read the balanced chemical equation, make sure unakumbuka kuweka hizi state of matter is one among of the condition ambayo ina satisfy the balancing chemical equation. So as you see here, this is our iron metal, which is solid. It may react with the chlorine gas. Tumeenda kupata the iron chloride. So you can see that hapa involve reaction kati ya metal with the chlorine gas or diatomic chlorine. So you can see that hii reaction ni direct combination. Tunavyosema direct combination mean that ni muunganiko wa moja kwa moja. So you can see that the iron metal ameunganika moja kwa moja na chlorine gas kwenda kutengeneza the chloride compound. Sasa umeona tumesatisfy swali letu ambalo alisema kwamba between the given alternative you have to choose one which show that it involve the direct combination to form the metal chloride. So unaona hapa tumetengeneza the iron 3 chloride. Hii ndo compounds of chloride or ndo metal for chloride. So you can see that this equation represents a direct synthesis. In chemistry when we talk about synthesis tunamaanisha ile production, producing. So tunaona kwamba this equation between the iron and chlorine gas, it represents a direct synthesis reaction where iron reacted directly with the chlorine gas to form the iron 3 chloride. So that is all about our question. So my student, tumeona swali lilikuwa kwenye multiple choice, lakini kwa sababu ya kufanya revision unakuwa na wide understanding. But also the question in number 4 state that when iron 2 sulfate is heated strongly, it decomposes to form the following. Amekupa machaguo, amekupa alternatives. So you can see that anakuambia kwamba iron 2 sulfate, once it heated strongly, it decomposes to form what? Mean that this is the decomposition reaction of this sulfate compound. So the sulfate compound ambapo amekupa iron 2 sulfate, anakuambia ikiwa heated strongly, mean that ina undergo decomposition, yani inavunjika kutoka kwenye ile compound yake, lakini under condition of heat. Na amekuambia strongly kwamba ikiwa heated strong tunaenda kupata product gani. So it's your task to know what is the chemical formula of this iron 2 sulfate, but also once it decomposes, what are the products. So now my student, here as you see, you are given the alternative A, B, C and D. As you see here, A, you are given the iron 3 oxide and sulfur trioxide. B, you are given iron 3 oxide, sulfur dioxide and oxygen. C, you are given the iron 3 oxide, sulfur trioxide and sulfur dioxide. And D, you are given the iron 3 oxide and sulfur dioxide. So first of all, you are required to recall the concept of sulfate compound or the metal sulfate. Kwamba kwenye issue ya decomposition of this metal sulfate or the compound of sulfate, particularly under heat condition, what are their products? What are the common products? So after recalling the concept is where you can able to make a choices toward the given alternative. So in our question, the correct answer or the choice of our answer is B. Kwamba ile iron 2 sulfate inapo decompose under heat strong, obviously we are going to have the iron 3 oxide. It means that we are going to make the oxide compound. Na maana tunaenda kupata metal oxide, lakini pia tunaenda kupata sulfur dioxide. This is the gas. And finally we are going to release the oxygen gas. Kwamba sulfate compound ambapo itakuwa heated strongly, obviously tunaenda kupata the main 3 product. The first one is the oxide of metal, ambapo hapa tumepata iron 3 oxide, lakini pia tunaenda kurelease the gases. Particularly we are going to have the sulfur dioxide gas as well as the oxygen gas. So now my students, you can see that upon strong heating, kumbuka condition ilikuwa under heat but strong heating. So upon strong heating, iron 2 sulfate decomposes into iron 3 oxide, sulfur dioxide and oxygen gas. So this is our answer and these are the products we're going to have after the decomposition of the compound of sulfate, lakini katika condition ya strong heating. Okay, the question number 5 states that when an unknown salt solution is heated with the concentrated sulfuric acid under tanning, and copper tannings, brown film of nitrogen dioxide gas are observed. My student, this question of compound of metal, obviously you are required to be competent toward their properties, particularly their physical property, chemical property. For instance, cases color. What are their distinctive features? Kwamba in different reaction inapelekea matokeo gani? Ni sifa zipi za kipekee hizo reactions zina display? Ukielewa haya maswali ndiyo utaweza kufanya you can able to tackle this question in a very simple way. So you can see that anasema unknown salt ilikuwa in form of solution is heated with the concentrated sulfuric acid and copper tanning. Kwa hiyo tunatakiwa ujue copper tanning inakuwa na color gani, ina display color gani, na ikiwa kwenye feature ipi. Okay, anasema brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide gas are observed. Hii solution ambayo ilikuwa ni unknown salt. Tunaposema unknown salt ni chumvi ambayo ilikuwa haijulikani. Yaani hatuijui exactly kwamba ni chumvi gani. Ndio maana tukaita unknown. Anasema ilikuwa heated, ilifanywa combustion under this concentrated sulfuric acid and copper tanning. Anasema brown fume kwamba fumes zilionekana ambazo zipo katika color ya brown, and obviously we know that when we talk about a brown fume we are going to make observation of this nitrogen dioxide gas. Ina maana ni gas, fume gas ambayo ilikuwa involved or released there ilikuwa ni ya brown. Obviously tunajua moja kwa moja tunavyozungumzia brown ni nitrogen dioxide gas. Anasema the unknown metal salt solution is likely to be. So you are required to make the identification of the unknown salt. How can you identify it? So here you are given the alternative as usual. Umepewa A amekupa a metal sulfate, B amekupa a metal chloride, C amekupa a metal nitrate, D amekupa a metal carbonate. So you are required to know what is unknown salt. Hasa utaweza kujua kwamba unknown salt ni ipi kati ya hizi endapo utaanza kufanya interpretation. Utaanza kuchambua swali lako kulingana na zile sifa za swali ulizoambiwa kwamba kitu fulani kilitokea, kikatokea hiki na hiki. That is what you are required to do. So here our correct response is C, which is a metal nitrate. Metal nitrate. Why metal nitrate? You can see that the production of brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide indicated that the unknown salt is likely a nitrate. Kwa sababu kumbuka brown fume tunamzalisha nani? Nitrogen dioxide. Hasa tuwezi kumpata nitrogen dioxide kama hatuna compound of the nitrate. Remember, those respective elements or products zina depend on the nature of the compound. Kwa hiyo hatuwezi kumzalisha nitrogen dioxide kama hatuna compound ya nani? Ya nitrate. Kwa maana hiyo kwamba tunaanza kutafsiri au tunaanza kuinterpret kwamba ile production of the fume, brown fume ambayo ilikuwa ni nitrogen dioxide gas, itatuletea maana kwamba kumbe ile salt yetu ambayo ilikuwa ni unknown ilikuwa nature yake ni ya nitrate. Hiyo ni hatua ya kwanza. So you can see that due to the brown fume of the nitrogen dioxide gas, it indicates kwamba our unknown salt, it will be likely to be the nitrate compound or nitrate salt. Ndio maana hapa tumesema kwamba jibu letu ni C ambayo ilikuwa ni metal nitrate. Ina maana ni compound ambayo imecombine ile nitrate with a metal. So this gas is released when nitrate decomposes in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Kwamba kwenye hizi condition kwamba ile unknown salt ilikuwa heated with the sulfuric acid and copper tanning, tunaona kwamba hii gesi ambayo ilikuwa observed, ambayo ilikuwa na color ya brown, ndio ilipokuwa observed au ilionekana. So obvious jibu letu tumesema kwamba correct response ni metal nitrate, simply kwa sababu ile compound ambayo ni unknown salt itakuwa suspected, itahisiwa kuwa na nature ya nitrate. That's why tumesema kwamba this unknown salt will be likely to be the nitrate compound. That's why even our choice of our responses tumesema kwamba ni nini? Ni metal nitrate. Hatujajua ni which kind of metal, kwa sababu kulingana na zile limitation za swali letu au za maelezo ya swali, na haya maswali unaweza kuyajibu kulingana na maelekezo yake, yaani maelezo yanajitosheleza kujibu swali. So through their features, their properties, their distinctive features is where you can able to make a conclusion toward this question. So this is how you are required to do. So you can see that maswali yalikuwepo kwenye in form of multiple choice, lakini sijaweza tu kukupa jibu moja kwa moja kwamba jibu ni A au ni B au ni C. Itakuwa haina maana ya kufanya revision. So huyo mwanafunzi akijua kwamba jibu ni A alafu sijamuelezea kwamba jibu ni A, what does it mean? So you can see that through the revisioning you can able to make the large revision, yani unafanya marudio ya vitu vingi, concept mbalimbali kwa muda mfupi sana. So now my student, we can go to look the question number 6. Question number 6 lilikuwa halipo kwenye ile multiple choice. Multiple choice ilikuwa number 1 up to number 5. Lakini swali la 6 lina depend kwenye swali la 5. Anasema kwamba give the balanced chemical equations for all the reaction occurring in equation 5. Mean that the question number 6 depend on the question number 5. Question number 5 umeweza kufanya identification of unknown salt. Sasa tunatakiwa tujue reaction gani zilitokea. Kati ya ile tuliambiwa kwamba the unknown salt ilikuwa heated with the sulfuric acid and the copper turning, those brown fumes ilikuwa observed and so forth. Kwa hiyo unatakiwa sasa uonyeshe zile reaction. So this is very simple. We're going to see it, those balanced chemical equation for the reaction ambazo zilitake place au ziliokaa katika pati 5 of our question. So simply, when a metal nitrate react with the concentrated sulfuric acid and the copper tannins, the following reaction can be expected. Kumbuka ile metal yetu ilikuwa ni unknown. Hata kwenye identification tulijua kwamba ni metal nitrate, ila hatujajua ni metal gani iliyokuwa involved. Kwa hiyo the following reaction can be expected. Tunaweza kutegemea reaction zifuatazo. The first one ni decomposition of a metal. Lazima to consider the decomposition. So tunaangalia decomposition of metal nitrate. So this is the 2 mole of metal nitrate. Capital letter M ina represent the metal. So this is 2 mole of metal nitrate. It decompose. We are going to have the browny fume of nitrogen dioxide gas, lakini pia tunaenda kurelease na hii oxygen gas. Lakini kumbuka decomposition of metal nitrate tunaweza tukapata 2 kind of product. The first one is the oxide of metal, but the second is the hydroxide of metal. It depends. So here we are going to have the metal hydroxide. And you can see that M represent the metal in the nitrate, kwamba M ina represent any metal ambayo inaweza kuwa satisfied au inaweza kufiti hapa kwenye hii reaction. Another is the reaction between copper and concentrated sulfuric acid. Copper and concentrated sulfuric acid. So when copper reacts with the concentrated sulfuric acid, it can produce copper sulfate along with the nitrogen dioxide. Kumbuka kwenye ile swali letu lazima tuhakikishe kwamba kuna confirmation ya kile kitu ambacho tumekiobserve. In chemistry now we have to confirm it by showing this reaction. Kwa hiyo ile brown film, kumbuka tunaongelea nani? Nitrogen dioxide. So hapa atakapo react copper with the concentrated sulfuric acid, it will produce the copper sulfate along with this one nitrogen dioxide. As you see here, this is copper plus this one sulfuric acid. We are going to have this product. Kumbuka ilikuwa inaendelea, ni reaction ambayo inaendelea from the decomposition of the metal nitrate ambayo tumeiona mwanzoni kabisa. So finally you can see that combining these reactions give us a comprehensive view of what occurs when unknown nitrate salt solution is heated with the concentrated sulfuric acid and copper tanning. Kwa hiyo tulivyo combine hizo reaction ni composition of metal, nitrate of metal or metal nitrate, lakini pia na hiyo with copper tanning tumeona ni jinsi gani this unknown nitrate salt is heated with the concentrated sulfuric acid. Hizo zinaweza zikaact kama some of the reagents or some of the conditions ambazo zina support hizi reaction kutake place. So that is all about our question. I hope the question number 3, 4, 5 and 6 now this is very clear for you. Thank you so much. After there, I would like to say this marks the end of our discussion. Have a good time. Bye bye.